Alright, we got another episode of D4DJ. Today we're on episode 6, I believe, today. I think we're probably on, like, Happy Around now. I think that's probably what this episode is going to be about, which is going to give us Season 1 vibes, if that's the case. I think, because I'm just trying to remember, like, who they teased at the end, because normally now they're teasing who they're gonna do the next episode based on, and I think we're up to Happy Around. So I'm very curious to get into this episode. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it beforehand. Not much to talk about, so we're just gonna jump into it. Please make sure if you want to watch the full-length reaction, you can go to my Patreon account. Otherwise, supporting the video really helps me out, and I would love you forever if you did it. So liking the video, I love to read your comments, subscribing to the channel, all that stuff really helps me out. Okay, here we go, D4DJ episode 6, let's do it. Dinku. We're back to Season 1 vibes. Maybe. I'm very distracted by happy music playing in the background. I spy something stinky? Oh. Oh, that is an awful alarm sound. Oh. Why are they doing this so creepy?
It's raining.
And she just said that completely in English. Does she think she's doing the English dub recordings? Because that actress does do Maho in the English as well. Unless in this episode she just speaks entirely in English. But if that was the case, how would they do it in the English dub? Maybe she speaks in Japanese, if they got Maho doing it. Daydream. Okay, she's not speaking English. Thought it would be possible she speaks in English the entire episode. What the hell is going on? Why is she looping? This is so weird.
My bad. I got lost my way here.
She is speaking English.
I must talk to you about the Operation Manekineko. As I was saying, I'm going to discuss the Operation Manekineko today.
She is stuck in English.
I can only speak in English. I'm not joking. I don't know why. Why am I speaking English?
Yeah, she's very fluent.
Apple. Happy Around.
Well, yeah, that's an English title.
See, it was raining, so the steps were slippery. I fell off.
She's writing in English.
Enough about this.
What a weird. This is such a weird episode. It's very funny though. She's saying that in Japanese though.
To talk about the concert.
That's true. We're gonna have Saori helping? Or Rika. Oh no. Oh no, Rika. Surely Saori can help. She knows a bit of English. Oh, Esra speaks English? Aw, cool. She still thinks in Japanese. It's very funny.
I've always wanted to get better, but haven't been able to yet.
This feels so surreal, this episode. I feel like it's a fever dream I'm having. I like how Maho did it in English there. She didn't say around though, she just did around, which is nice.
テーマとか新曲の方向性ってそれも真帆ちゃん
She does everything.
神様に与えられた試練なのでしょうねハピアラ全員で乗り越えましょうI'm home
Even doing the tadaima, but in English. I'm home. This is such a weird episode. Oh my gosh, it's kind of creepy. Oh my god, this is terrifying. This is like a horror movie, this episode. You should have everyone as one word. You may be typing in English, but it's not great English. So what's happening here? They're gonna beat each other up? Karate would solve their problems. Well, that's... Whoa! Whoa, this is awesome! Wow, that's sick!
I can still fight.
Great job. I hope in the English dub they ever speak Japanese for this bit, for this episode.
Yes.
Aww.
Blast away the rainy season to call in summer.
The nightmare before super summer. Oh my gosh, are they doing like a horror song? That would be awesome.
This is great.
Ooh. That is very nice. Sounds like a Phoenix Wright tune. Aww.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Alright, she can speak Japanese again. Oh my god. How are they gonna do that? They're gonna struggle to do that in the English dub if they do have her speak English again. She has to do English tongue twisters. Oh no. Oh my god. So they did a lot for her. Yeah. Oh, it sounds cool. Give me the performance. Yeah, give me that performance, baby. Ooh. What's going on? Oh. Oh my god! Well, this episode is terrifying. This is such a weird episode, but I do like this song. Oh my god! Wow. I really like the song though. My god, their eyes! The way their eyes don't line up is so... Oh! I can't believe they came up with this idea for an episode. It's so weird. Oh, that's very cool, but creepy as hell. What the hell are they doing? What the hell is going on? They're just gonna end it there, aren't they? Yep. What the hell? When I sit down to watch D4DJ, I sit down and expect something simple. genuinely, like I love D4DJ. I love you know, Bang Dream, stuff like that. But I sit down to watch it and I expect, okay, it's gonna be a pretty simple plot about, you know, a character trying to come up with an idea for a song while going through a problem. They solve the problem, they do a performance at the end, which sort of wraps it all up. And that's a nice format that I enjoy. And I'm in this show not for the story, but for the characters. And for the music as well. The music is great. And for the animation, honestly, with D4DJ, the animation, 3D animation in this show is phenomenal. But I'm not in it for the story. The story doesn't really matter to me, okay? And the story is very simple of the season so far. And I think they know the story doesn't really matter to them as a whole. Not to say that D4DJ and Bang Dream don't have good stories. They do, depending on, you know, what they're trying to get out of the seasons. Like, I would say Bang Dream seasons 1 and season 2 have great stories. Like, the actual stories I think are really good. I think Bang Dream season 3 is great, but I don't think it's great because of the story. I think the story is pretty simple in that season. From memory, it's been a while since I've seen Bang Dream season 3 actually. But I just know that seasons 1 and 2 had like a really good story with some good drama in it and some really interesting stuff that wrapped up very nicely. But you know, stuff like, I would say D4DJ season 1, I don't think the story was necessarily great. I just think the you know, the characters are great and the way they approach certain things are great and the dialogues between people are great, and that holds it up. But I have read some of the stories in the game that are really good, so I know that if they want to, they can write a good story. Otherwise, but it's like, you know, sometimes they're not trying to. I don't think they're trying to write a good story necessarily in this one. But this episode was crazy. This episode was really crazy because it was so out there and different. Like, they clearly wanted to do this horror episode. But they didn't go like full horror. They just made me uncomfortable the whole episode constantly, you know, like starting the episode with like looping stuff and then doing the English stuff and then like having all of it feel kind of so surreal just from the fact that she was speaking English constantly and like they couldn't understand her. There's something kind of terrifying about that, actually, like the idea that you're speaking and no one else can understand you. And I was like writing about, because I knew the episode was called Daydream, so I kind of expected that it would be a dream or whatever, but rather I thought that it would all be kind of a metaphor, and it kind of still could be, but like a metaphor for how Maho's trying to be understood, but can't quite like find the words to communicate with her bandmates and stuff about what her problem is, and so, like, I think, you know, in a way that still came through, where it's like they ended up, even without her speaking the same language, they ended up finding out that she does all this work on her own and they help her with that and stuff. But then you have the episode end with it's still somewhat in a dream, weirdly enough, and like I don't even know what happened, and I think you're not supposed to know like what the hell actually ended up happening. Did they do a regular normal performance, but was Maho like going wild with it? Like what was going on? I have no idea. I want to see what actually happened, because what we saw was from Maho's perspective and she was still tripping out, so it's crazy. But I thought that was very cool and interesting, but still terrifying. By the way, another thing that this episode did crazy was the karate sequence, where like it did like a fighting game type thing. I've seen at least 2 other shows do that off the top of my head. I know Mob Psycho did that, and I know that Kaguya-sama did that. And both Kaguya-sama and Mob Psycho did amazing jobs at that as well. It's a really creative thing to do. But honestly, like, it's just like this episode, the way they did it in this episode was really nicely animated, like gorgeous. I was so shocked at how gorgeous it was. So I mean, great job. I think the people who are making the D4DJ anime, I think they're having a great time. Like, this feels like there's a lot of passion in it. I love it. But yeah, anyway, that's crazy. I can't wait till they dub this, because honestly, like, I didn't watch that much of the dub. I maybe watched four episodes of it, and it wasn't like the first 4 episodes. I watched like my 4 favorite episodes basically in dub. Like I know I watched the rap one. This is in season 1 I'm talking about. I know I watched the episode where they rapped. I watched the first episode. I watched 2 others. I can't remember what the other 2 were. And I don't know if it was exactly 2. I'm just kind of guessing. But obviously, as I've said before, all the actors are different, like our actual English voice actors, except for Maho's voice actress, who does Maho in the Japanese as well. But she, obviously, as you can tell from this episode, she's pretty fluent in English, and so they got her to do Maho in the dub as well. I quite like the casting choices of the English dub. I thought they were very well done. Honestly, I'm not completely sold on Maho in the English dub. I think the actress is amazing to be able to do that. I think that is really impressive on its own. But the fact that she's the only actor doing that, and she's not like perfectly fluent, in that you can still feel like her sentences are a bit stilted and stuff, which is fine when you're doing like an episode like this, you know. But if you're doing an English dub, sorry about the barking, if you're doing an English dub and you're surrounded by fluent English voice actors, it stands out a bit, and it makes Maho kind of feel like she's supposed to be a foreign character when I don't think she is. So yeah, and so I think that mostly comes through when she's talking about something she's passionate about, because Maho sometimes gets really passionate about something, but then when she's in the English dub, it's kind of hard for the voice actress to deliver that sort of passion in a very natural way while also focusing on saying all the lines in English, you know. So it's tough. I'm impressed that they were able to do it. I don't think it quite works, but it's cool. However, with all that being said, if they now do this episode but have her speak Japanese in the English dub instead, and it won't really make sense for the bits where she's writing things down and she's writing it in English. That's gonna not make sense. But I think even with that being the case, they should still have her speaking Japanese, because they've got Maho's voice actress who can do that. And so it will be like fluent Japanese, which I think will sound even better for the episode. So yeah, I kind of want that to happen, but I don't know how they're gonna do it. I'm just very excited to see whenever that comes out, what they do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of D4DJ with me. I very much enjoyed it. It was a crazy episode. Please make sure to support the channel and go to my Patreon account if you want full-length early access and exclusive videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure to comment down below what you thought of the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.